Good morning, sexy people. Wanted to give you a quick update on this MicroStrategy trade. And it's not like I want to give all these updates and kill you guys with videos. I mean, I hope you're liking them. A lot of people seem to like them. A lot of you are making great comments, so keep the comments coming. Thank you very much. I'm trying to just show you the life cycle of a trade, but I mean, I could be making these videos for another 2 years, so you might get really tired of this. In any case, we've got, if you remember, yesterday what I did was I bought back the calls that I had. I had the 420s that are expiring this Friday on MicroStrategy. And I bought those back for a 90% gain on the juice, right? So I think I sold them for 37, 34 of that was juice, but it doesn't matter. I got the whole 37. I bought them back for like 3 and change. So I think I made like about 90% or $23,000 in profit just on the juice. Remember, that's what we're about. We're about the juice. We don't care if the stock goes up or down. You know, it's funny, I get a couple of comments. Oh, you know, MicroStrategy is going to go to 1,000 and then you're going to miss out on all the gains. Or MicroStrategy is going to drop to 200 or 100 and you're going to blow up your whole account. I get all that, right? And if I knew, or if that person or those people who are commenting knew which way the stock was going to go, they wouldn't waste their time commenting. I can tell you that. I don't know which way it's going to go. I'm not Nostradamus. I'm not in the prediction business. I'm in the business of making juice, right? Which is income. So let's look at this MicroStrategy stock right now. You can see it's gapped up today, and right now it's trading. It hit a high of 398 something, and right now it's trading at around 395. So it's a nice pop that I got, and I made most of my juice for the week. So I'm happy, kind of just chilling. I normally would like to roll to the next position, and I could have done it yesterday, but I'm just happy chilling. Now, the big piece of fundamental news is that MicroStrategy is going to be added to the QQQ on Friday, the ETF on Friday. Well, there's a lot of money in the QQQ, and there's a lot of money on the sidelines that are waiting for MicroStrategy to go up. And so this stock could really pop. But I don't know if it's buy the rumor, sell the news, or if it's going to go to 500, or if it's going to go to 100. I have no freaking idea. What I do know is there's a ton of money sitting in the juice in this stock. So what I'm going to do is I've got 7 contracts. You can see this stock is now popping up today. It's at 396.70. I love it. So what I was thinking yesterday was that I was going to roll to the 400s, but the stock was like 20 bucks or $25 below that. Today it's right around 400. So I think I'm going to look at those 400. So let's first of all take a look at the account. And by the way, I was going to give you a full math thing today before I sold these calls, and now I'm selling the calls, so the math thing might have to wait another few days. But I'm telling you, we're making a bunch of money. You know, I'm going to make some good money again on these. You're going to see in just a second. So let's take a look at the monitor. You can see my MicroStrategy position here is just 7 contracts of the 250s that expire in June. So this is not a weekly trade, or I'm trying to make money in 2 weeks and, oh, Mark, the stock went down, so you lost a bunch of money. Yeah, okay. If you're saying that, you don't understand the concept. I've been keeping at this stock from, I think, like November 20th, and you've been seeing how much juice I'm putting into the account every week. This is an unbelievable stock that I'm really happy that I got into, right? And I've been in MicroStrategy off and on for the last couple of years, but I'm really happy to be showing you these trades because this is indicative of what you can do. And they're not all like this, guys. They're not all MicroStrategies that are paying 7% at the money every week. You know, most of the time we just try to shoot for 1 to 2%, but every once in a while you get a Tesla like it was in 21, 22, and 2021. You get a MicroStrategy that's doing the crazy things right now. You get a GME. You get one of these good stocks that you can make a lot of money on, but you don't try to make it on buying options, you try to make it on selling. So let's take a look. You could see that the realized position, and I'm not proud of this, I'm happy about this, is a $63,000 loss. What that doesn't take into account, that's the open position, it doesn't take into account the amount of juice that I put into the account, which is, you know, not just juice, but also protection amount, which is in the money when the stock went down. So I think we're like well over $100,000 on that. But again, I got to give you the math on it so you believe me. But if not, I hope you're getting the concept, right? Every week I just sell more juice. So what we're going to do, you see that I've got 7 contracts there. The average trade price of those is $289, and right now the market is showing about $198. Okay, so have I made 20, 25 bucks in the last few weeks a couple of times to be able to knock this down so that I almost have very little left in the investment? Well, I'll show you that when I get to the math. But for right now, I want to go ahead and cover my position. You see is at 397. It's a perfect opportunity to take a look at this. So let's look at the options. So I've got the December 20th options. Those go out 9 days, so a week from Friday. And I'm looking at those going, you know what? If the thing gets added to the S&P 500, I could make a little upside, but the market turned yellow yesterday. So I want to be kind of close to the money. I could go to the 450s and maybe make that upside if what I think is going to happen does happen. But again, my crystal ball is in the shop. So we're going to be a little more conservative on this. And so I'm going to look at this and go, all right, what are the 400s paying right now? That's just $3 or $2 out of the money. $1.50 actually right now. Well, you can go to this extrinsic value column, okay? Should be called juice in my opinion, but they call it extrinsic value. And I can make $28.85. I don't know how much that is, but that's a lot. It's crazy. Look, it's $2,885 a contract, $28.85 times 7 contracts. That's 20 grand that I can make in the next 10 days just in juice. Now, that protects me to the downside by 20 grand. Okay, cool. It also chips away at my basis. Okay, that's pretty cool. But I won't get any upside over 400. So if this thing goes to 450, which it might, I don't get the upside. You know what? I'm pretty happy making $2,900 a contract. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's go right here. I'm just going to sell here and say we're going to sell single contracts. Okay. Okay. 7 of those. And these are the MicroStrategy $400 strike price. They're right now going for about $2,840 a contract. I'm just happy to get something around that, so I'm going to put in a market order. That's how I normally put in my orders. If I were trading like 50 contracts, different story. But you know, anything under like 40, 50 contracts, I'm not going to quibble about a few pennies because it's not going to. I'd rather get the quick execution in case the stock starts to go down, which it looks like it's doing. So let's get this order in, and there we go. We got the fill. And then after you get the fill, you always want to go back and check your monitor and see if you've got the right fill, the one you wanted. If not, you have to undo it right away. So we've got our long position, the June 250s, and 191 days left. I've got 7 contracts, and against those contracts, I've got 400s, 7 of those that expire in 9 days. I just picked up $2,775 per contract. So $2,775 times 7 is $19,425. I'm pretty good with that, right? I would like to make $19,425. Now, what could go wrong? A lot of people are asking me, well, Mark, you're not talking about the downside. Look, the downside is the stock could go down, just like any stock. If you didn't own the covered call, the stock could go down and you'd lose the money. In this case, the stock could go down $27, right? From 400 or 395 or whatever it is. And it can go all the way down to, 360, and I still haven't lost any money. So that's part of the downside. Okay, the catastrophic downside, because MicroStrategies, let's say, could move $100. Well, if you followed me for the last, 14 videos, you see that every week I'm putting juice into my account. So I'm decreasing my risk the more money I collect in juice, which goes into my working capital. Eventually, I'm going to have a free position. Then I won't have any risk. Then it's all house money and it's all profit every time I sell money for juice, which should happen around the 10th to 12th week is my goal, okay? So I think it's probably going to be earlier than that, but the goal is to try to make back all of your money to pay for the whole position, and then it's all house money in the 10th to 12th week. Does that make sense? If it does, awesome. If you're in this trade kind of with me, great. Just don't follow me in the trade. Don't do it because some bald guy on the internet is telling you to do it. Understand what you're doing. Now listen, just because I can click a mouse really quickly and do an order doesn't mean that you should. Because I got 4 decades plus of experience doing this, so it's real easy for me to click the mouse and make the decisions. But I have a full trading plan that you don't see that's backing all this up. I know what I'm doing when the stock goes down. I know what I'm doing when the stock goes up. I'm showing you most of it, but you don't know what's going on in here. And in here is 90% of what happens in your trading account. I know you all think that you buy the stock and you sell the call and then get the juice and blah, blah, blah. But that's not it. That's 10%. The knowledge, the mechanics, the logistics, the philosophy, the theory, it's great and you need to know it. But what do you do with that? It's like if you have a drill, if you don't know how to use it, it's just a stupid thing that goes like this, right? But if you know how to use the drill, now that you can make products that are worth thousands of dollars, right? So it's how you use the tools. And I can tell you, clicking a mouse and getting into a trade is dangerous, right? These are dangerous trades if you don't know what you're doing. You have to know what you do after the trade, right? Getting in the trade is easy, as you see. After the trade is hard because it messes with your head. stock is going down, the stock is going up, the market's going down, the market's going to crash, the president did this, the bombs are going off over there. Whatever it is, they're going to mess with your head. So you've got to get the reps. You got to get the at-bats to be able to get this down in your head. And that's what I teach people all the time. Teach them every day how to not only get the mechanics, you can get the mechanics through my courses, but I have a mastermind group where we get together and we talk about these things. And we talk about, like, why should you do the 400s instead of the 420s? Or why should I go in the money instead of going out of the money? Or what do I do if the thing drops? And why should I use synthetics? And then we celebrate with each other when we have these gains. 19 grand. Like, can you go to Thanksgiving dinner and tell people you made 19 grand in a week without them not believing you? We all support each other in our mastermind group. So it's a really fun thing that we love to do. Anyway, enough from me. I hope you're enjoying this series of videos. A lot of you are. If you are, please comment to let me know that you're enjoying it so that I could continue to make these videos. Subscribe so that I can continue to make these videos. Hit the like button if you like it, because the algorithm seems to be cool with that. And if you want to hit the notification bell when one of these videos comes out, I try to get them as soon as possible out to you. That's why they're not fancy and with all these cool graphics. They're just freaking showing you my screen, because I think that's what's important. So thank you so much for being here. If you want to go a little bit further with me, there's probably a link below. If not, keep watching the videos and I'll keep showing you how I'm making the money, and you can watch from afar and be like, I wish I were making the money, or you can be part of it. And hopefully if you don't have as big an account, you just trade a small amount, maybe on a different stock, because this one's a dangerous one. But anyway, enough for me. Have a great day. See you on the next video. Bye. Hi, Mark Yagi here, wealth architect and author of this book on my covered call investing system called the Cash Flow Machine. Listen, what you just saw is just one part of creating reliable income of 2 to 4% a month from the stock market. But if it were that easy, then everyone would do it, right? If you want to learn how I create investment income the right way, then you need to learn and have a system with rules and what-if strategies so that you can learn what I do when the market goes against me, what I do when the stock goes against me, how to adjust my trade so that it's always in a winning position, how much to risk, how to build a multi-million-dollar portfolio that creates income of $10,000, $20,000, or $30,000 a month in semi-passive income. And best of all, the whole cash flow machine system takes less than an hour a week to implement. Just go to cashflowmachine.io to learn more, or click this link for more videos, masterclasses, and free resources. See you there. Hey, it's Mark Yagi, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button right now. It helps get the same kind of material out to other people and helps me grow the channel a little bit. Also, if you would like the video, if you think it's cool, great. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down, but tell me why you're giving me a thumbs down so I can get better. And then hit the notification bell, and that way you get the videos as soon as they come out, because I give you timely information a lot of the time, and you want to know what happens before that information gets stale. Thanks for being here.